Hey, how's everybody doing? This is JJ with Deluxe Vehicle Detailing and Paint Correction. I just finished up this 2016 Toyota Tundra. This has a lot of special accoutrements, if you will, a lot of modifications to this truck. The owner absolutely loves this thing. I looked at this truck about 4 months ago, and he had debadged and had a lot of problems with, glue and the shadowing after taking off the emblems off the entire truck. And we started talking about wet sanding and, he had a lot of scratches, a lot of paint defects, and he was asking if I could wet sand the entire truck top to bottom and then ceramic coat it. And, I'm throwing numbers around, and he's like, well, okay, maybe not that much. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to wet sand an entire factory painted vehicle anyway. And he said, well, maybe I'll touch up some stuff myself. And I said, use Dr. Color Chip. It's good stuff. And anyway, I'm just going to kind of do a walk around and go over some of the things that go into a 15-hour detail. And this is just a 15-hour exterior on this truck, and we decided to use a 6-month sealant instead of a ceramic coating. He thinks up until he dropped it off, he was gonna maybe sell the truck. Anyway, things change with people, and I just roll with the punches. So I will show you that this bed here on the back, if you can see right along this line here, I can barely see my finger, I'm kind of in the sun, but there is a crease. If you look there, you will probably be able to see what I see with a crease, because this stretched from the tail light all the way back with a very big deep scratch. Now it starts here and it ends here. And again, I don't know how well that'll show up. I can see it plain as day. There's another scratch here. So anyway, a lot of wet sanding went on. This truck had some very thick, and this is something that I go over with all of my clients. When I do an inspection, I pull out my paint thickness gauge and I just do a quick walk around with them. And this corner of the truck, which is repainted, and you can see badly repainted, there's a lot of orange peel. It was showing numbers between 350 and 650 microns. Excuse me while I fumble a little moment, because I will show you that when I get a truck, and if you're really interested, you can freeze frame on this to get an idea. This is a blow up of the truck. It's got all of the numbers in microns, and it's also got all of the areas of the scratches and what the numbers were. So now I see 790, 399. I'm looking at it upside down here, as you are. Guess I make more sense to do that. So it wasn't too bad over here. 90, 175, 100. Then all of a sudden we got crazy numbers. 345, 790, 339. Probably skim coated, bondoed. Some numbers wouldn't even come up. Anyway, I went at it fully. But this is something that I do if people are going to, spend the money and do things right on a paint correction. I will do a paint thickness gauge map, and that's very important to find out where things have been worked on. And so I explain that to my clients and explain, how thick a micron is, and I like to see numbers in the 150s. So anyway, I ended up taking a paint marker that you would see at like a body shop and things like that. I've got a lavender paint marker, if you will. And I started going over all these different spots, and I ended up putting 48 minor and major paint imperfections into this car. So when I got to the hood, I found numbers that were between 14 and 40. Here's my client right now picking up the car. So I'm going to just kind of press on with this, but I used 2000 grit sandpaper. I also used 3M Trizac in the 3000 grit, and just spot wet sanded where I felt, you know, were some of the worst scratches and defects. And then I used the Rupes wool pad with Sonax Climax. And how you doing, guys? There they are. They're excited. I'll finish this up in 1 minute here. So anyway, I used those blue Rupes pads to take the wet sanding marks out. I then followed up with a full one-step with the Rupes yellow pad with Griot's Garage fast correcting cream, and really put a nice high gloss on the truck after all of the wet sanding and wool pad use. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up quick here and take care of business. But this is, you know, the kind of stuff that goes on with a 15-hour paint correction. Just thought I'd share it with you. I love this truck. I kind of love that guy over there. I've known him for quite a while, but this was a challenging truck for sure. And anyway, thank you for being with me. Until next time, like, share, subscribe, do all the things you need to do. Help me grow the channel, and I will see you on the flip side. Thank you very much.